What is up, everybody? Welcome back to BBGBG
Pod
episode 10.
DS.
Dang, 10 weeks into this. That's
10
pretty
weeks.
interesting.
That's 2.5 months.
That is 2.5 months.
Change is character.
Okay,
We get it, Chili. You love
we have a special guest with us.
Alex Michael Garcia.
You can't give him his legal name.
Why not?
Why not? Yo, ladies, hit him up.
And
Hey,
Jen,
do you want ladies to hit you up or not?
Alex Michael
Okay,
Garcia.
never mind. He doesn't want ladies hitting him up. Alright.
What was I gonna say right now? We got some stuff gonna be talking about today. It's gonna get deep. Let's dive right into it. Okay, go ahead.
Like, me and her, we've been starting to come up with, like, topics. Or rather than, like, I feel like having a question as a topic brings a lot more, like, potential out of it, you know? Because if your topic, say, for example, your topic is, like, what's it called, like, self-driving cars. All right, you can talk about that for, like, a good amount of time. But then, like, if you impose a question on it, it brings a lot more, a lot more comes out of asking a question.
Excuse me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the questions is, do you settle for anything or do you want more? So like you can interpret this as like somebody working at Walmart for like 5 years and I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with this. And like, you know, they're not struggling, they're not like facing any hardship. They're just kind of like mellow and they're like, yeah, I could be like this for the rest of my life.
I gotta burp again. Excuse me.
Say
like being consistent or like what's being content.
Yeah, like they're okay with like where they're at right now. Or are you that type of person like nah, man, like I know I deserve better and I know I can do a lot more.
I feel like I'm definitely a go-getter. I think in life in general, like I don't settle.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I'm always wanting more, and I always know that there is more, especially like with the world that we live in right now. I think there's so many more opportunities than what there really is.
And like and even now, like, we face adversity every single day. Like, every single day, we always gotta come up. Basically, every single day now, we have to figure out how we're gonna end it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing. I feel like one thing that like, no matter how hard, like, humans or like as a society in general, like, try to like set like a schedule or like a certain well, I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like, we try ourselves, like, say, like, you try to put yourself on a habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a schedule. Something always comes up to, like,
I will agree.
Mess it up.
I will agree. I wouldn't say something comes in to mess it up. I will agree and say that something always happens. Like, I was talking to Nana about it earlier today. Are you coming in or not?
Your microphone works, or you using
No, we're just using it. So, like I was saying, so I was talking to Nana earlier about it today. Is like, so I'm on day 27. Okay, day 27. Then I started these new habits. I was looking back and there was like other don't be rude.
Oh, sorry.
There were things that like days that like I was good and I was on top of every single task that I put on there.
Yeah.
And then there was other days where like I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. I didn't eat 3 clean meals. I only ate 1 clean meal. I didn't drink my whole gallon of water. I may have drank water but not the whole gallon. Or I didn't walk that day, but I lifted.
Yeah.
You know? But then there were days that I checked off every single box. And I was talking to Nana about it today, and I think nowadays in society, everybody kind of makes it seem like
you're not living life right if you don't have a schedule.
Not only that, but like it's not okay to fail. You know, like if you say you're gonna do something, then like you really need to do it. And I think you get what I'm saying. That like people like put high expectations,
they look down upon those who like or who. Not necessarily like don't set goals, but don't, or like you said, like are not consistent with like what they plan out.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, he doesn't wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. Oh, he's not doing it right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and I think that's what's wrong with society nowadays. It's like they look at it wrong instead of like cheering that person on and being proud of that person,
or just like just encouraging.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Like instead of like being proud of that person, like for me, like 27 days out of those 27 days. 15 of those days I was consistent. You know what I mean? And then the other 12 days I wasn't. I may have slacked off in one area or I may have slacked off half of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But people don't give enough.
That's what I
But
feel
people
like-
don't
yeah.
give each other enough credit for that. That's what I'm saying. Is that everybody in this world is just
There's
like,
a-
oh,
there's
well,
so-
you have to.
There's a lot less encouraging going on in terms of like
Yeah.
us like working together and trying to like accomplish our goal. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of like people aren't pushing each other. Like a lot more people. I feel like people have become like a lot more selfish in terms of what they want to succeed and like how they'll get there.
Yeah. No, and I totally
Like
agree
they push,
with that.
they kind of push everybody away and seclude them. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm the only one who can do this, and I only need me. Like they
Yeah.
give themselves that like, oh, I only need me to get
Which
this done.
isn't a bad thing. At the end of the day,
There's nothing wrong with being
and
independent.
there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel that's another thing is that there's nothing wrong with being independent and being self-reliable because I mean, let's be honest. At the end of the day,
That's
like
90% of adulting.
you really can only depend on yourself at the end of the day. Like if you expect something to be done and expect something to be done right, you know what I mean? You're the only person that can provide for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also can be a very selfish thing
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. You know?
It depends on how you handle every
Yeah.
situation. Like how I remember like last time I said it's like when when people try to like push each other in gym, like if somebody's like one's up and but they're cocky about it, it's like yeah, like you're kind
and
of
this
a
fool
douche.
always tries to
Or
one up,
people can push
one
you,
up
or
me.
people can like one up each other to like as a sort of like encourage like, hey man, like if I can do it then I know you can.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to how
Not
people
only that,
handle each
okay, but okay,
situation.
let's talk about this more in depth. Okay, what about like people who post on like their social media
And they flex.
and they flex, or what about the ones that don't get enough recognition
Bro,
that they feel? You know what I mean?
You know who's killing the game right now?
Who?
Mr. Beast, bro.
That dude's a trillionaire.
He's
What the
killing the
hell?
game right now, like so hard, and he's getting so much hate because nobody else is doing it like him.
Yeah.
Like he like people like, oh bro, like he just no dude. He's been doing YouTube for like 4 or 5 years. Like
A
he's
long
been
time.
he's been and even and
But
he
that's
was,
the thing is that like people
he figured no
he
what
figured
did,
it out.
he figured how the game works and he changed it.
Mm-hmm.
But like
He brought stuff differently compared to
because like
majority of
yeah.
YouTubers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
because-
everybody, you see everybody do like when it comes to December, what do they call it?
I don't even know.
Like I'm dropping a ball in the name.
No.
Where they post like every single day. I forget what it's called.
I don't
I'm
know.
dropping a
I've
ball.
never done that before.
But like I know a lot of YouTubers like they're like, oh yeah, like let's put like drawing a blank on
Oh.
the name.
I don't know. No, but like, there's been so many YouTubers where they'll do like fake gives like, oh, subscribe and like my video and you'll be entered in a like PS4 giveaway.
Or like you have to follow me, so many other people.
follow my
Like
Instagram,
it,
go
comment,
like my
post
post.
on your story, and you get additional.
But what was different about Mr. B is that he actually did that stuff though.
Yeah.
He actually like gave back to his people, like the people who like believed in him and stuff. And that's what made him different. That's what made him successful because everybody's looking at this like, hey, he's actually doing stuff. He's actually giving out like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for like, and he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to give like he gave away this dude $1 million. Remember what I told you?
Yeah.
He gave away this guy $1 million, and the dude didn't even have to. I think all he had to do was like buy his. I think he had to buy his merch. But like his like it was like his t-shirt was probably like $50 like, but that dude bought a $50 like hoodie and he came out with $1 million.
Yeah, that is
And
very
like I
true.
said, and Mr. Beast didn't have to. Like, he's like, oh, just buy my merch, buy my merch. He didn't have to say, oh, if you buy my merch, you get to like potentially win $1 million. Like,
Not only that, and compete against millions of other people.
yeah, from around it was only a USA thing, but still though, like he could have just been like every other like kind of like douchebag, like, oh, just buy my merch.
Yeah.
Rather than like he basically went the extra mile. That's what
Mhm.
made him different. Like he did the extra mile. He did extra to make himself even like pop out even more.
But to answer your question, what was it again? It was
Do you settle for
I don't.
or do you always like do you settle for like are you content like if you're mellow or
I'm
do you
not
always want more?
content, and I feel like we were talking about last week. I feel like right now, like we are barely touching. We're still rooted in the ground. We
bro,
haven't even touched the
bro,
surface of like.
we still have that little bean plant. We haven't even rooted yet.
We haven't even rooted,
We from the
and
mud.
we're.
I've just said we from the mud.
And I feel like right now in life, like there's just so much more that I want to do and that I want to give back to my community and where we're from.
we see
We've
ourselves
seen
having
it.
no, it's another big thing is a lot of people don't see potential in themselves. Potential is like, if any, it's like
And
the
there's
number one.
but
It's the number
that's the
one
thing.
driving force is
But that's the
potential.
thing. There's potential in everybody, but in all it looks different
Or so,
for
no,
everybody.
or
You know
there's
what I mean?
people that aren't confident in themselves and they don't see potential in themselves.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff is like, oh, I don't see myself doing this because like I don't believe that I would actually end up doing that.
Mhm.
Or like, you know what I mean? Because people like trying to make it big. They're like, oh, I can't see myself doing that. Like when people say I can't see myself doing it, they don't see potential in themselves.
Yeah.
They're not confident in themselves. They don't believe in the process actually like becoming a reality. They don't you turn they don't believe in turning the process into a reality.
Not only that, but people don't understand that like it takes time.
Anything you nourish will
Anything
grow.
high five. High freaking five. That was so good.
That's not my fault.
It's not, but people say it all the time. Anything you nourish will grow. And it's true. It's so true. But like Leo's saying, like there's so many things that people they start a business and it takes off right away, right? Like for let's say a good couple months. And then you hit like that downfall. You hit, you know what I mean? Or you're just content.
Your numbers
changed.
aren't growing.
Yeah, and it's just content. Numbers are high, and the numbers drop again. But people don't realize that like it takes time.
And there's ups and downs.
And there's ups and downs, and anything that
What's
you
that,
do.
What's up, Web Freak? How you doing, man?
What up, yo?
Web Freak. I like that name.
Web Freak 1993. What up?
What's up?
There's so. It takes time and it takes a foundation. Like we're talking about, like Mr. Beast, like he started from the very ground and built it up.
Yeah.
But like Leo's saying, like the only thing that was different was that he changed the game. He figured out how it worked, and he figured out how to be consistent and bring numbers in and rise up to the top at the same time with still doing what he's doing. But he just did it differently than everybody else.
Yeah, no.
There's so many YouTubers now.
I've always been saying this. Like I've been saying this like last year. It's easy. You get noticed easier for being different. If you're the same as everybody else, you get looked at. And looked by like.
Yeah.
But if you're different, like say like for example like hanging out with your friends or like if you're just being different is because for some reason
everybody wants to fit in.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to fit in. Everybody wants to be part of the cool club. Everybody wants to be, that kid's dope, or that, that kid fits in or whatever. But it's not about that.
But then once.
Why would you want to be like everybody else?
But then once you're in, you get compared by the same exact. You get compared by the exact same people.
Yeah.
You don't get compared to on like different levels.
And that's one thing I will say. Like me and Leah were talking about it. Like. From the people that he hangs out with to him, he's different. And not in a bad way, in a good way. And to others it may be like lame or whatever, but he's different, and that's okay, and that's why he gets noticed, and it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, and it's a thing that sucks.
Yeah.
At the same time. But it's life, you know?
Mm. You have to in life, you're dealt with a certain hand of cards, and at that point, you just gotta make the most out of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are born into billionaire families, and they don't have to work an hour for their whole life. Others gotta bust overtime and
work 2 to 3 jobs.
80 hours.
80 hours a week just to be able to provide.
Just to go by, just so they can survive at the end of the week.
Yeah.
But you're given that certain hand for a reason, though.
Mhm.
Because
you think this is all true? What's true? What we're speaking on? It's just our opinion. No one's
fact. No
one's speaking facts here. We're just speaking our opinion of how we feel about, I don't know, the certain topics that we talk about.
We just share our insights and like the things that we've experienced, and we're just at this point like I feel like our main goal at the end is just trying to relate.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once you're able to relate, everything else is just kind of like a smooth ride. Because you could be in a lecture and like somebody talking about like life goals, like what their story was, but if they're not able to relate you kind of lose it all though. You lose the message if you're not able to relate to them.
Yeah.
Whether that's mentally, physically, or emotionally.
Emotionally, yeah.
If you're not able to relate them in any sort of way, if you're not able to make that connection, then it gets lost and there's no way of getting it back.
Agreed. Okay, what was the next one?
Next one, online opportunities / businesses. This is one that I really want to break down on, because with everything going on, you don't
go ahead, take away. I'll just sit here.
I'm pretty sure in the upcoming 2 or 4 years, online jobs is gonna be like the new wave, because there's gonna be less and less big time investors putting money into brick and mortar stores, and what's called, like, basically I feel like social interaction is not gonna be their main priority when it comes to handling business.
I will say this: if things stay the way that they are now, with the lockdown and people wearing masks and everything, and I agree to you to a certain extent. So many people are missing and needing that social interaction.
Yeah.
That they're not getting, and I feel like if things were to stay how they are right now, then yes, businesses will lead to more online internet
and
opportunities,
non-contact, because
and
the biggest argument is gonna be, you can't get people sick by shopping online. You can't get people sick by doing virtual open houses. You can't get people sick by buying a car. You can't get people sick by going to, like, that's why streaming movies is gonna replace movie theaters. That's why it's gonna replace, because all these new movies are coming out. I guess they're pouring them straight onto Disney Plus, Hulu, and stuff. Because how, like, Netflix took out Blockbuster, streaming in general is gonna take out movie theaters too. Because people are gonna say, why am I gonna go to a different?
Not only
building?
that, but like, I will say this: movie theaters are it's expensive.
Yeah.
One ticket for an adult, I think, was like $12.50.
When that's double the price of Hulu. Or some, or
a month, yeah. And that's not including, like, popcorn and a drink and honestly, a candy. Like, if me and Leo were to go to the movies, it'd probably be like $50 to $60 for us
for that night.
Just for the night. But people can stream Hulu.
Yeah.
And get it for $5.99 in the comfort of their home.
They can make whatever food they want to make, and they can have whatever drink they want to have.
Yeah.
And so streaming is eventually gonna replace movie theaters, because the one, like, where we live, it's abandoned.
Yeah.
Because they can't pay people to keep it clean, because there's no point in keeping it clean if they're not gonna even open up in, like, upcoming months. So they're not even spending time and money to, like, restore and, like I said, keep it maintenance and keeping it clean and stuff. If they're not gonna have people come over, as of right now, if something's not bringing business, they're not gonna put any money into it. If a store or a certain, like, service is not gonna bring in money to better the economy, then they're just gonna throw it under the bus.
Yeah, and I will say that, and I will agree. Like I said, I will agree to you to a certain extent. If things stay the way that they are right now, then yeah, businesses are gonna end up leading to more online opportunities. More opportunities, like, for instance, DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats, any delivery services in your car. It's going to be so much more convenient.
Yeah.
For people who don't want to leave.
You can't get people sick if you just drop off food. That's gonna be the biggest and probably the only argument a lot of these companies will try to keep everything online, because if you think there really is nothing else, like, to argue about in terms of online. The only thing that differs online than in person is that you're not, I'm not right next to her, and she's not right next to me.
And that's social interaction.
But just bring that changes the whole game. It changes everything. And another, like I said, like, and a lot of these businesses and corporations, they're gonna go online, because if they keep it in person, they're gonna have so many liability issues with, we gotta make sure.
Prefer in store. I that's what we're saying. Everybody's missing out on that social interaction or being able to go and do things.
I prefer in store too, and especially when it comes to, like valuables. Like, if I want to go buy a TV, or if I want to get appliances, like, big, typically electronics. I prefer getting, because because with all these Amazon because even my mom got a package and it was like
it was open.
And they
It was
retaped
yeah,
it
it was open and they retaped it.
because a lot of these drivers are trying to jack stuff. Mostly, honestly, nowadays, the only stuff that people jack through delivery is just electronics, like tablets, laptops, what's called phones,
TVs.
like small, like 24-inch TVs. They're not gonna jack like blankets and cleaning supplies.
Clothes.
Yeah. So
I'd
say
it's sad.
Yeah, like I'll honestly I'll only buy. I'm surprised our pod stuff didn't get freaking jacked.
I know.
But yeah, that's definitely one thing. Like they'll probably and then like they'll eventually people start hijacking UPS trucks. Like they'll straight on hijack it, and like people figure out a way how to like deactivate the GPS so they could basically go off the radar.
It's so crazy. The world that we live in right now is just it's insane.
And then I remember in the very beginning, everybody's like, "Oh, we're gonna go back to normal. Nothing's gonna go back to normal. Nothing." And the way how the economy is gonna run, and the way how society is gonna run, in terms of how everyday life is gonna run, everything is gonna change because of this. So yeah, and like I said, with the liability things, companies aren't gonna want to pay the thing about it. How much, for example, Amazon, right? One of the biggest companies in the country, I would say, Amazon.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeff Bezos is worth like $200 billion. All right, so that's
he's making over $1 million in a day.
Yeah.
In a minute, he makes like over like $10,000.
But in terms of how many employees do you think Amazon has throughout the whole country? Hundreds of thousands, right?
Hundreds of thousands, yeah. Right? And they're so understaffed. Like I constantly always see like stuff on like Spotify, Warehouse, or new delivery drivers, or just stuff all the time that pop up on like like I'll like get an email or whatever, and it's just like it's so like with like I'm saying like with the world that we live in right now and nobody being able to go out and buy stuff or anything, they're like they have to everything has to be online or a pickup, and so everybody curbside pickup or mobile pickup or whatever it is, and every company is so understaffed that they can't keep up with it.
No, like there's thousands and thousands of orders that are being like backlogged.
Like I'm still waiting on an Amazon package that I've been waiting on for a little over a week now. It's supposed to come on Monday. And last Monday, and it hasn't even, it's barely said delivered.
The post offices, the warehouses where they got all these stores, like they don't got the same amount of people to be pumping them out. Everything's, it's kind of weird in a way how there's been an influx of online packages, but then there's been a shortages of people like being able to work.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I that just seems weird to me because. Like, especially with, like, people losing their job. Like, but wouldn't you think, like, that'd be the first place everybody would go to, though?
And I feel like people have, but it's so, like, how Chili and Dad were talking about earlier. It's not about, like, what you know. It's who you know. Right now, like, it's who you know. If you're able to get a job or whatever, it's, okay, do I know that person? If I do, then...
That just increases my chances of getting a job.
A regular mall will come at the
mail. Yeah, see?
Yeah, exactly.
And the hours have been ridiculous. Some of these people are doing 16 to 18-hour shifts at the warehouses and all that stuff. They have to work even more just to make up for the regular amount of mail or packages they put out.
It's so ridiculous. They're getting so behind because there's not enough people or anything.
Okay, so before all this stuff hit, right? We'll go back to like 2016, 2017, right? Right? 2016, 2017. How many orders do you think Amazon was getting a day? I'd say
I feel like he was making
No, I'm talking about orders.
Okay, but I can't depend on orders. Let's say about money. I say they were making Jeff Bezos.
No, I'm talking about how much orders.
I'd say right now they're probably
before this like 2016.
They're probably right now they're probably tripling, if not quadrupling the amount the orders that they were getting. They're getting a fraction of what.
Top of them on top of their amount of orders rising, they're understaffed, and which means they have to basically.
But you also got to think about Amazon isn't just Amazon products. They get all their products from all these different manufacturers, all these different companies and suppliers
and distributors
that go through Amazon. That if those people are behind, it puts Amazon behind.
It puts everybody
It
behind.
puts everybody behind. So it's not. It's just a
starts-
chain reaction. It's not just Amazon. It's all these factories, all these distributors, all these companies,
it
everybody.
goes all the way back to the beginning.
All the way back to the beginning where you first buy it. Amazon is just the supplier that
The people putting them out.
delivers it out. You know what I mean? But
And
a lot of it,
like,
I honestly would say about 90% of it isn't even Amazon.
Yeah,
Product.
I'd say, for example, like if you want like furniture, right? Then you have to go back to the people who gotta like cut down the wood and stuff. They're planting stuff. You have to, like
It's a chain reaction.
It
It
just
starts
goes
all the
in
way
a
from
circle.
the
It just
very
goes in a
beginning.
circle of everybody being delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Which back to what I was saying, how like now people have to like basically triple their work schedule just to make up for the amount of work that they'd be regularly doing like 4 years ago.
And it sucks because majority of these people who pay like extra for like first day shipping. I ain't gonna be no first day shipping.
No,
like
first day
why
shipping does
pay
not
for
exist.
it? In reality, it's not gonna get to you within one day. It's very rare. But that's another thing is that it sucks. Is like that manufacturer can ship it out, but if UPS or FedEx or the post office can't get it to you that day, then that's not the manufacturer's fault. And,
and then for those who like do pay for the faster shipping, like then they'll be like, I need a refund. I didn't get it by this amount of time.
But it's like
and then
the manufacturer or the company that you ordered from shipped it out that day.
Yeah.
Like I said, whether FedEx,
I ordered what's it called it?
What, your board?
I ordered it was my board and like stuff for my Switch, like so I could play online on my Switch and stuff. But the stuff for my Switch came on time. But it was my board.
It was like 4
I ordered
days
it
late.
I ordered I ordered on my birthday, didn't I?
On a Friday. It was supposed to come that Monday.
Yeah,
and it didn't come until that Friday.
Yeah.
It came a week later.
Yeah. No, okay, so I ordered on Monday. It said it was gonna be here on the next Wednesday. So that'd be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days, right?
Mm-hmm. But technically 3 business days. Because you gotta remember.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday don't count.
Yeah. And it didn't come here till next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it said it was like, and it was crazy because the board came from Oregon. So it came from Oregon and then went to like a town near I forgot the Reading. I think Reading, which is like near Sac.
Yeah, up there.
So like it went from Portland to Sac, and then they freaking flew it and then it went from that same morning that it went to Sac, then it went to Fresno.
Yeah.
But it was in Fresno for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the people at the warehouses in Fresno are dummy overstaffed. So
small businesses need to have online. They do. But the thing with small businesses, I have a lot of friends who have small businesses and I support them.
What do you think? No, hold on. I've always been confused on like what classifies as a small business.
Like you owning your own business.
Oh, nothing corporate basically.
No, it's your own like.
So then stuff that's corporate would be like
that's
Amazon.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
JC Penney.
So like a small business, like how Victoria, if she was start her own baking business, that'd be a small business.
Oh, okay.
Like the shops that you see downtown.
Yeah.
Towns, those are small businesses.
Oh. Okay.
Like, and that's the thing. I do agree that small businesses should have online, but then that also means that they have to hire more employees. They have to be able to ship all these things out and everything. And
it's kind of like in the way, and it sucks like that. But in terms of that, it's just more like they're just SOL. They're just like, I can't.
For online,
because I don't got the resources.
Yeah.
They don't have the resources. And then, dude, you know what's been getting me so like you know I've been thinking about a lot is so like a lot of these stores like Costco and Target, Walmart, they've been putting in like these they've been limiting capacity, right, to accommodate for like the social distancing thing, right? But my thing is I talked to my teacher about this because we were talking about we're just brainstorming like, oh, what could we do to like improve like to make it sure that like we're upholding them as well, like if we did go back to school. And like a point that I made out to her was in a way where we can, because we have because like 6 feet, right? So that means 6 feet ahead of you, 6 feet to the left, 6 feet to the right, and 6 feet behind.
That's literally like
and,
8 kids in a classroom.
So
because you're talking about 6 feet ahead, side, behind.
Basically within a 6 feet radius of you, right? To officially
8 desks in a classroom.
When experts say to have even to double that distance, right? So then I'm like, so if stores really upheld that, literally only like Costco, the one of us where like near us, right? the max people would literally have to be like
50.
40 or 50, and no, they're like I'd say like over 100.
I think they're like
And
150.
and a point, and like that's a point that I made out to my teacher was that they're basically they're having to work with space that they don't even have.
Mm-hmm.
They're
That is
basically
true.
they don't even have that much like bathrooms too. Like you literally only one person could literally be in a school bathroom at a time.
Yeah.
If they really only like one person, and that's like what's struggling with all these stores is because of that. They don't have that space.
But yeah, they're doing what.
Yeah, and
what they can
the
do.
workers and stuff. So that
Yeah.
then half of the capacity in the entire store would be for the workers and for the faculty and stuff. So, and then the lines would basically have to go all the way outside, and people don't want to wait outside in the line. So it's in a way like they have to cram everybody in because, like I said,
No, I agree.
They're working with space that they didn't even have. Because think about it, if they really did, they would have to make Costco 3 times bigger than what it is right now.
But some Costco's are.
Yeah, no,
some
but
Costco's and some Targets and some
and they
Walmarts
can't-
are bigger than.
and if they really
usual.
wanted to uphold with that, they need to have more space, which means they'd have to expand, and they can't expand because they don't have the money to expand. So, like coming in a small bit, they're just kind of like SOLs, like, oh well, like we basically have to break the rules.
Yeah. What is the next question?
All right, next one. Yeah, registers too, like the self checkouts.
Yeah, those things are not 6 feet apart.
Like
Not only that, but you know what makes me mad is the whole 6 feet apart, right? So some people don't even they'll be right on you. I don't care if you're wearing a mask. If you're legit right on me in a line, for what? Why? What's the point? We're not moving. You know what I mean?
Then,
we're not going anywhere. Why are you so freaking close to me?
I feel like Teen Titans doesn't need.
No, and that's what my mom was saying too, is so the Vallarta here in town that we have, the Mexican store that we have here in town, it literally says 2 people per family. So if me and Leo were to go to the store, it would just be me and Leo going to the store, not our other sister or our other brother. It'd just be us 2 going and us 2 getting down, not 4 people going down in the same car or anything. 2 people max. I do agree on that. I do agree with that.
Yeah, no, but one thing that does suck about it's for example the parents that can't hire a babysitter or take them to or a nanny.
Well,
to take
and
care of
that's
their
the
kid.
cool thing.
And literally they have no choice but to take their kid with them. There are people like that. They literally have no choice but to take their kid with them, and they get they basically get trash talked about them. Oh, why have your son or your daughter that's 2 years old out with you?
Yeah.
It sucks, but they have to though. Because would you leave your 2-year-old daughter or son at home?
No.
To go to the grocery store?
No.
Would you leave them?
Not even if they were 7.
Yeah.
Or 8.
There are those parents out there that have to bring them with them.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's
hard. It's so hard.
In a way, they have to make that sacrifice. They just have to, cause that's you know what I mean. Unless, like I said, cause they can't hire nobody can take care of them. So
yeah, not right now. There ain't no babysitters.
So they have
unless they literally live with them.
So they have to take.
Or that's the only child that they're
Yeah.
taking care of and not going to take care of anybody else's
Yeah.
child. You know what I mean? I know a few of my friends who do that.
Yeah, and it's and you,
they babysit, but they babysit just that one child, that one child only, and they practically live there. You know, they're legit there from sun up to sundown, and then that's about it.
Mm-hmm. It's just some people have to deal with that. They just have to make that sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then the general public doesn't understand that situation, and like I said, they get trash talked about them. It's like, oh, why are you taking your kid?
People get trash talk about you no matter what you do. It don't matter. People will always have something to say. Good or bad, don't matter. People will always have something to say.
You know what I've said? The one thing that human beings shouldn't have been given the ability to was to judge each other.
But they do. That's the first thing that they do.
Yeah. No.
That is the first thing that comes to a person's mind.
You know what I mean?
Is judging the other person as soon as they see them. Oh, why are they wearing that shirt? Or why?
Heavy prejudice.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I feel you know what I mean? I feel we don't deserve that power.
Shh. Why are you barking?
But I feel I feel but instead of but you know what I mean?
Alright, you guys do it now.
What? We're in the middle of our podcast. You're on here, by the way. We have people watching
yeah.
us.
What
do we need to go down for?
You gotta say goodbye.
Oh, we gotta go say bye.
We gotta go bye?
We gotta go say goodbye. We can't pause this.
Yeah, I mean, like, watch.
BRB, leave it on. We got 5 faithful viewers.
All right.
Bless their souls.
Bless. No, it doesn't.
Okay, put it back on.
Oh,
Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. We gotta say goodbye to our
homies.
family really fast. If we lived by the 10 Commandments and that only, we wouldn't have been in the place we are now.
Oh, and then she said.
I know we don't talk about religion. We don't like to talk about religion. But if you think about the punishment that they had back then, now you know how many people would be. I agree.
No, I feel like a sense of. I honestly, I feel like respect is like not even like top 5 in terms of like how people treat each other. I feel like respect has definitely been lost. And,
Yeah.
And yes, also like a sense of like just being in a sense of being like considerate for others, like I said, I feel like a lot of like negative vibes have definitely been like a lot more prominent in terms of like how we interact with each other,
You're gonna drop him.
how we engage, and because nowadays people try to walk, hey, F you, bro, like,
Yeah.
like out of nowhere, and it's like, come on, man.
Bro, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah. And like saying like consideration, like like nobody's even considerate about like their actions, and they think, oh, I can do whatever I want, and
But it's
nothing's
also
gonna
like
happen.
how these kids were raised. That plays a big factor too.
And in terms of the values, I feel like values is everything.
People don't have that.
It's what determines like what the rest of your life is gonna be.
What's the next one?
In a way, because without values, like you kind
Or how
of
you carry yourself.
yeah, it kind of like, oh well, I guess there's nothing. I guess I can do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them that impression if they're not taught values. It's like, oh, I can do whatever. All right, this one's kind of deep. Oh, this one that you wanted to talk about, Chili, Alex. The question is nothing guaranteed?
No.
Like, so like, can you get?
I mean, he made a point earlier.
Can
I
you?
don't know if you could talk. You stop it in your mouth.
Death and taxes.
Death, life and death. There's a beginning to an end of your life, and then taxes.
Taxes.
Other than that,
And change.
Change. Oh, okay. Well, like I know that like you're looking at like the bigger picture, you know what I mean, in terms of like the whole spectrum. But like my kind of thing is like guarantees. Like, can you guarantee yourself that you'll be alive in 2 weeks?
Nope.
No, but like when it comes to like jobs and all that, you can't guarantee that stuff.
Yeah, like can you guarantee yourself that you'll still have your job in 2 weeks?
warranty.
I mean, you want to like guarantee it, but you can't.
Yeah,
Anything
it's
could
just,
happen.
and I feel like it's something that like that sense of like it being out of our reach, but like we still want it to be in our reach. You know what I mean?
But I do feel like nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like you can easily get things taken.
Like, can you guarantee there'll still be 50 states in 100 years?
No.
No. Can the president guarantee
No,
that?
because they change every 4 years.
Yeah. So
Nothing.
nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing is no.
Nothing is guaranteed. Like that just goes so deep. Every time I think about it, it's like,
I mean, to a certain extent, certain
What about religion?
things.
is that guaranteed?
I mean, I guess it all depends on like your faith and all that, but like
I
could
think
be.
yeah. I think religion. Well, yeah.
Right,
Who
yeah, like
created this earth? Oh, fool!
it was like
Stabbing my
stuck.
face.
Dude, what are these called? Septum piercings?
Yeah.
I hate those.
Oh, it's so ugly.
Dude, so gross. The freaking septum. Like, I feel like the max is like a belly button. You know what I mean? I do it. I could do it if
Oh,
a
I
girl-
love belly button piercings.
What
Those are
about
hot.
we're off topic here?
Dude, that's good though. That's funny though.
No, those
I
are
know.
hot though.
What about a nose piercing? I think my nose.
Okay, nose
piercing-
piercings are cool.
But
But like,
they
you like
look
the little
cute.
freaking
They look like
bull rings?
a bull.
Nah, bull
No,
rings are ugly.
nah. That's why they put them on bulls and not on girls.
Well,
I don't know why. Like, think about it. Like, who was the first girl to look at a bull? It was
Time
like,
out. Hey, do you like girls that have like a lot of ears piercings, or do you like if they just have like simple?
honestly, no. I feel like me is just like a simple like stud, like a
So okay, so
Like
like
a-
if you were
like
dating
a-
a girl and she had like her whole like ears pierced,
like
would you
big
be
like
like,
a, or like a big old gauge.
No, not like big age, just like little piercings, but like around like the whole ear though.
I don't. It depends on how it's like laid out and like
True,
how
true.
the whole look is. Because if there gets like iron rings, he's like,
I'm not a big fan of the hoops. Do you like the hoops?
oh, it's like isn't things like the bigger the hoops, the bigger
The
the.
bigger the heart.
I
Oh,
don't know
yes.
what that say, but
Yes, on my nose. I don't know about that one.
I always wear hoops. Hoops are like my thing.
But she's wearing hoops right now. Look at
You wanna say
her.
something? Square up.
She's wearing hoops right now. No, but like I said, it determines on like how the look is. Cause like if there gets iron rings, it's I'm like, ugh.
yeah.
You
I
mean
want to
like?
get my second one.
But like I
first
feel
right
like
here.
me, I feel like what looks good is just like a simple like diamond stud.
Yeah, just, you gotta keep it simple, you know?
Like it's what the simple things are what
Hoops
the
are
most.
simple.
Nah.
nah.
What the screw
Hoops
both
are
of you.
simple.
And then like, you know, like I said, Matt, like a nose ring. I can
Don't
do like
drop
I
it.
can do like a nose,
Not.
bruh. You know what's the
Leave him. He
ultimate?
doesn't want
You know
me
what's
now.
like the
You're being mean to him.
you know what's like the ultimate like hella no for me is like
Amanda
eyebrow.
says hi. She said hi, Chili. Amanda's on there.
It's
She's
a-
watching us.
Oh.
I feel like the it's like a eyebrow piercing. I'm like what is that?
I've never seen that really.
I have. Or like this right here.
Yeah, dude.
I know what
I'm
you're
like
talking about.
I can't imagine like that being right there. Cause
I want to
imagine,
get my nose double pierced.
cause imagine like you get it like you catching someone, it'll just rip your whole freaking eyebrow
Oh,
open.
if you get a fight, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Forget that.
One nice hook. Gotta get stitches for that now.
Okay, if you guys want to really go off topic here,
What?
Wait, hold on. What'd you fight? What'd you fight with? Do you think like would you fight with the hat on? I feel like that kind of gets in the way.
nah, you gotta take it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you fight.
Like I feel like when you fight, like you gotta be bare minimum.
No,
the
when
bear-
girls fight, you better have that ring on. You just take the hoops off, cause some girls be pulling those
Wait, I'm
things.
gonna take something off fast.
What?
No, like, keep talking.
You need a text? it to
But
me?
like
Mm-hmm.
no, but you know what I mean? Like, cause I've seen fight videos and guys wear hoodies. 9 out of 10 times they lose. Or like hood no, or like they have a hood on or they have a hat on. Like 9 out of 10 times they lose like that, cause that'll easily get in the way.
I feel like same thing like fighting like jackets though. You know, like I feel like when you go in a fight, you can't have a jacket on.
Or
Like, you gotta
nothing,
take
not,
that off, you
yeah,
know?
cause that'll like take away your
Yeah,
movement.
it limits you, and I feel like with the hat, like I know it doesn't limit you, but like you gotta have it off. I don't know.
Yeah, cause like they can hit it down,
Yeah.
they'll hit it
Little
down.
things that distract you and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'll cover your eyes and everything. Like with, like bro, if I wanted to, I'd just fight with only my underwear on, my chonies.
Yeah.
If I had to. Or like, bro, what would you do if a guy was about to fight you anyway?
You want what?
Like he went like
Took off his pants?
everything's out.
Dude, I don't know. I'd be intimidated. I'd be like, damn, this guy's kind of psycho. I don't know if I'd fight him.
Okay, next question. How do you become mentally, physically, and emotionally stronger?
Like,
I feel like those are all different.
okay, do you want to go one by one?
Yeah, we can go one by one.
Okay.
Physically,
No,
workout
We'll start with no. I feel like the hardest for people nowadays is
is
mentally. How would you think you would, like?
I think my mentality from what I was just even.
No, but no, my bad. I mean, like when I asked that question, I meant like in terms of like, is it more of a routine thing, or is it just like as you go through life and you like learn different
Okay, we could close in.
experiences?
He left. Talking to God, guaranteed for sure.
Okay.
Amen, sister. I think mentally, I will say this, like even just my mindset, I feel like just even a month ago it changed.
Mm.
But I've been reading, I've been listening to certain podcasts, you know what I mean?
Just
And I feel like mentally it's so, I'm not saying it's easy because it's definitely not.
no.
And I know there's so many people out there who struggle mentally,
And they
you
crack
know?
and they crack down super easy under pressure.
Yeah.
Like they'll get like look at like malfunction.
You know what I mean? And it's hard. And I think because me coaching and me, that's the one thing. What do I always tell you? What's the number one thing you have to make sure is on point?
Your mindset.
Mindset, which is mentally, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the right mindset,
How your brain works.
Yeah, you cannot afford to shut down when things don't go your way. And I feel like mentally leads to emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like how you handle things lead to emotional as well. So
Eventually,
mentally,
it's you're like how you feel, like whether it's like anger or sadness, is like
it all goes in one.
It's a reaction of how your mind is, because
Mm-hmm.
your mind's thinking of something, like if your mind like bro,
Mm-hmm.
like if it's just like hella down, like bro, like I don't even know what's going on, then it comes after, like you saw like, oh bro, like then you start getting sad, and then you're just like depressed.
Yeah.
And like your emotions
it's
more like a
hard.
reaction.
But I feel like for to have a good mindset and to be mentally stable,
I feel like
it takes a lot of work.
I feel like a good chunk is like discipline.
I love that. You know why I love that? Because I was the compound effect. When I was reading the book, I'm almost done with it. What it was talking about was like, you can have all the motivation in the world. You can listen to motivational speakers. You can read motivational things. It's the discipline that gets you there.
It's actually making yourself do that or partaking in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's the discipline.
It's kind of like the phrase, like he can talk the talk, but he can't walk the walk.
Yeah, you can talk all you want. You can say this, you can say that, but if you're not doing, yeah, exactly.
And also, it's like actions speak louder than like actions.
I heard that yesterday, and when I was reading it, I was like, damn, that's so true. You can have all the motivation in the world. I can tell you, oh yeah, we need to go work out, blah blah blah.
You have all the spirit and turn
heart in it, but it's the discipline. And
if you don't do it, then then it's a wasted effort. Yeah, basically.
Okay, emotionally, I don't know.
Emotionally, or like I said, because a lot of people are giving the impression like to become like mentally or emotionally, like they have to do a routine. It's like, oh, I gotta do this, but like I feel like it's just more like a life thing. Like as you like,
I will say this, I don't think it's.
I feel like the emotional, like you gotta be comfortable with yourself, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say right now. Like, you have to be comfortable, but not only that, but I feel like a lot of people like think that like, as like a man, like. I don't show emotion.
Oh, if I or like guys,
you know what I mean?
Or guys they'll think like, oh, bro, if I cry during like a sad movie, like I'm a bit, like you know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Like
I'm a bit.
Yeah. Heck no.
Yeah.
I feel like no. Okay, I feel like it's this thing, but like I feel like as guys, like emotional, like dude, like it's just as bad like as girls holding their emotions. Like you gotta like talk about yourself, you know.
I hate
talking about
in a way.
And he will tell me too. We'll be in the car and he'll be like, "Why are you mad?" I'm like, "I don't know." And he'll be like, "No, you better tell me."
I'd rather talk about myself.
I see where Chili's coming from, like into like being comfortable, like in a way, like honestly, I feel like the only way, like you just gotta like,
fool, don't be licking my leg.
Remember the word self-deprecating?
Yeah.
Like in a way, like you basically underestimate yourself. I feel like in a way, like how to like.
And I feel like everybody.
How to make yourself.
I feel like everybody is your hardest critic. You know what I mean? Like I can be on you and I can tell you this and this and that, but
it's when you tell yourself trash and you're like, oh shit.
You're hard. You're your biggest critic. You're harder on yourself than anybody else is.
Yeah. And like self-deprecating, like underestimating yourself, and then that comes with like bruh.
Your mindset, mentally, everything else all combined in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, physically, it's workout. Period.
Physically, but
taking care of your body, as in
like don't kill it.
Don't kill it, and that's one thing that me and Leo have learned a lot is like, yeah, we've been working out consistently. I would say for a little over a year now.
But we're not like throwing up. Or we're not like.
And like people talk crap because like we like take supplements, but we don't take them. The only thing that we take all the time is pre-workout, but that's it. Other than that, like the other supplements that we take, it's every now and then. It's not all the time. Like I know we should be because we should be consistent when we take like creatine and all that stuff, but we're not. But
it's also like you have to like your body has to build up a tolerance. Like you're not like like you can't take like half a scoop 1 week and then next week freaking take 2, because like your body's just
No.
not gonna be able to take the full advantage of it because it's not
Mhm.
fully adjusted.
Like yeah,
you have to
yesterday
train your
we
body.
yesterday. So the pre-workout that we used to have before to the one that we have now, the scoops are two. Like the scoop that we have now is like double
Yeah,
of what the scoop is, and we thought the scoop that we had before this
Was pretty
pre-workout was
big.
pretty big, and then this
Nah.
one is like double it.
yeah.
And yesterday I took a full one for the first time, and like a quarter through our workout, I was like, Leo, I was like, I can't. I was like, I feel it. I can't.
Yeah.
I was jittering, which I loved. Some people don't like that, but
No,
I
last
do.
time I took too much, my back was itching the whole
Hey,
time.
check this out. I'm watching myself on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's
This
up.
freaking guy.
No, but like, yeah,
Cool.
I took more than like what I usually took, and like my back was itching the whole time, bro.
Yeah.
Like my body gets ragged because it was too much. I just took too much.
But I think it's also important, like, for you, like, to listen to your body physically, as in, like, when you need a rest day.
Mhm.
You know, like some days
We
you're
can't
just
go
like,
for it.
yeah,
And people are like, oh no, bro, I'm on that 24/7 grind. Yeah, fool, I'll see you in the hospital with a freaking like.
Yeah, no way. People take freaking. Dude,
They
you look
have-
at
they-
all
yeah.
these freaking like big like Instagrammers that work out and all that. They
Mhm.
always take breaks.
they have. Well, you have to. There's always a slight injury that
Like,
happens.
bro, I can
Yeah,
guarantee,
your body needs
bro,
break.
Yeah.
bro, I can guarantee you The Rock only workouts like 3 days a week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
your
but that
body
fool
needs
goes
breaks.
hard.
Yeah.
Like when we like right now, like now.
Honestly though, does he even go hard though? Like, I feel like he just works out a lot where like his muscles are already so big. Like
He just keeps them toned.
Yeah.
He keeps them cut.
Yeah, that too.
He's like, hey, his muscles like I like cut G.
I hate you. But yeah, like right now, like we're bulking, and I noticed like from when we were just not like even like I can feel the difference
Bruh.
in my body from when we're
Dude,
toning
the
and when we're bulking.
I went
when
hard
we're
on
bulking,
the cleans, bro. I look at like
the last the last 5 of the cleans, I couldn't do it. I was like, bro, I'm dead. I have no energy
another-
left in me.
Another thing,
But
is-
it's that discipline.
yeah, pushing yourself
Mhm.
when no, and having integrity, doing something when even if nobody tells you to do it. That's another thing I feel that's like been lost is people have lost integrity.
Hey, mom, you're on the pod.
I'm
What's up? Go Cowboys!
Ooh, yeah, flag boy. You know what I mean?
But yeah.
Integrity, like I said.
But my body, like after our workouts, I am 10 times more tired. When we're bulking, when we're bulking,
okay.
when we're bulking than when we are toning. Like toning, like yeah, I burn a lot more calories and I feel like I put a lot more effort. But bulking, when we're lifting heavy right now, my body is 10 times more tired than
Because I remember
what it
my
is.
PE teacher
I
back
don't lift at all.
my my PE teacher said back in 8th grade, he said there's 2 things like people train. It's muscle endurance and muscle mass.
Yeah, like
Those
right
are
now
2
we're doing
entirely different things.
toning and bulking.
Yeah, toning is more endurance.
Mm-hmm. Bulking is mass.
Because it like, all right, how many times can I bench like 35 pounds?
Leo benched 225 4 times yesterday.
2 plates.
I'm getting that desk bod.
A desk bod.
Get that
I'm
desk
chilling.
bod. Nice.
Okay, last one. Oh, we can end it. Let's end it.
No, bro.
What's the last one?
What's another question?
How the last one? How should maturity be determined?
Oh, frick.
Fuck, that's hard. That's hard because I feel like a lot of people are like mature, like book smart. You know what I mean? But like the way they act is a whole completely different.
Oh, okay.
I think it's all mindset. Like, okay, so
I've met some 18-year-olds who are freaking mature as hell, way more mature than people that I know my own age.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Like, and like my thing is kind of like, okay, so you know like the rating for like
Mhm.
video games or like movies.
Oh yeah, like you have to be.
I'm
18
like,
and
bro,
up
there's
or
13-year-olds that freaking know the same amount of stuff that like freaking 18-year-olds do.
Yeah, but it's so hard. It's so hard nowadays because they have access to
Every single thing.
every single thing on the internet. All it takes is one click of a button, and boom, they're in.
Yeah.
People can easily lie about their age nowadays. It's not even funny. Make up a fake name. Nobody freaking knows.
Yeah.
You know?
People like there's so many social experiments that have been done. People basically create fake accounts, and they're creating a whole nother person that doesn't even exist. That's not even on this planet. And back to the maturity thing. Like there's 13-year-olds that like know the same amount of stuff that 18-year-olds do.
But it's all internet access.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, but they have access to all that.
But there can also be 13-year-olds that are more mature than 18-year-olds.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that's just my opinion. I feel like there's 2 different things. Like you could be mentally mature, but the way you act, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
is like you're immature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's certain situations like that I know that like some people can be very mature in like the way like they talk and stuff, but the way they act can be like immature. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It just it just it just comes down to like what I feel like a big thing in that I feel like what it plays a big part is like how how to like basically their brain tells them, oh, do this so that like I'm satisfied. Like the
Yeah.
brain, they do whatever to like satisfy their brain and like to make themselves feel good, like, oh, I did a good thing like in this situation, or I said the right thing.
Mhm.
It just
I agree.
everything's so situational, and there's so many variables, dude, so many. And
But
it's just crazy to where like how I said, like a freaking 10-year-old can have the same amount of information as like a 16 or 17-year-old.
oh yeah, for sure. Totally agree.
And I don't know if like I wouldn't think like that kind of those situations like existed back then, the because
But
honestly
you have to realize like nowadays society, the internet is
it imposes everybody to be on the same level.
not only that, but anybody
Can be
can
can have anything.
can have access to anything, and everything is on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
there's a
It's like
dictionary on the
yeah,
internet.
that's what I'm saying.
They
Like
can look
you
up
can
any
literally look
word.
up any word, anything from anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
ask any question you want, and it's on there.
The internet just changed the whole game in terms of like,
Right now, in
and-
societies now, yes,
no,
for sure.
ever since it came out, like internet's only
Internet's been around for
Since, like, the
many
ni- no,
since
since,
like
like,
the
the
90s, but it has not been equipped like it is right now. That's what I'm
Elon
saying.
Musk. Excuse me. Elon Musk said the only thing that's holding us back is how much data the internet can.
Hold.
Yeah, to how much
Mhm.
data the internet can give and receive.
Yeah.
Cause like he said everything.
It ruined my life.
He said that. He said that everything in life comes down to how much data like the human brain
Yeah.
can give and receive. And if the internet's able to match how much data it can give and receive to ours, it'll take over us.
Yeah.
It'll take over. Right now it's not, because we still have to operate it. But he said, what if there's an AI that can that be able to basically like artificial intelligence, but in the way it's so advanced that it's able to operate itself.
Oh, that is pretty deep.
Like I said, robots basically taking over.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll happen for many years. Many years. Because like me and you said, like
Literally the only way for them to take over would be that they would have the ability to, like I said, transfer and receive more data than we're able to like transfer and receive. Basically, like them being smarter than us.
Mm-hmm.
In a way that they could basically be more efficient. They could put us in the same, like Jarvis, like how like Nina's like in Jarvis. The only thing that's holding him back is the amount of data that he's able to like give and receive. Because if he was able to give more, if he was able to give and receive more than Tony Stark, Jarvis would be the freaking next Iron Man.
True.
Like AI would basically replace human. Like I said, the only thing that's holding him back is just the amount of
Data that he can control.
yeah, that they can control and that they can handle.
Agreed.
But like once I think I talked about last time how VR. Did I talk about VR last time?
Yeah, virtual reality. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another big thing. Like I've seen the movie Ready Player One, and I talked to my friend Emilio about that and how like everybody went to that world because how it was basically better.
I played a VR games, and they're so legit. Like you are legit in that game.
It feels like you're like.
But you're in that game. Maybe not physically, but like mentally, like when
And
you
like
can
I said,
see it,
the only
everything.
thing-
You're in that game. The way you move, you dug. Like I was playing this. I forgot what game I was playing, but I was like a knight, and I was like shooting all like these ogres and people who were like trying to break into this castle. I forget the name of it, but like I was legit, like people were shooting at me. I had to duck.
Yeah.
You know, I had to jump to other things to shoot people from breaking into the castle.
It
and stuff.
transported you from the real world into that world.
Yeah, and like
That technology.
you're legit in the game.
Oh, I said no, and then I saw like I saw something where like eventually there'll be technology to where they can upload human brains into computers.
That is insane.
So like that's basically like people will be able to live in the digital world.
That's insane.
And that's kind of like what kind of like I think like I said like Ready Player One, how people would rather live in the digital world because it's better than the real one. Bro, imagine instead of Elon Musk trying to go to Mars, he just creates a whole new like planet in computers.
That would be crazy.
Like I said, like that'll be a thing. Like like back then, like cryogenics, like people being able like freeze them for like 100 years.
Oh yeah.
That's probably gonna be a thing too. People like, no, I want to go. I want to live in the future. Like, cause that's like the whole premise. Like that's what happened in Futurama. Fry, he got cryogenically freezed for 1,000 years, and that fool woke up in the future.
A lot of like old superhero movies, they were all frozen. Do you remember that?
Like in terms of like preserving the body.
Yeah, like or like when they capture them, they'd freeze them.
Yeah, like
they would never kill them.
Captain America, he was like.
Yeah.
He was.
Or like a lot of the Batman movies, like all like the people like he captured.
Oh no! Or like he
froze them all.
In Star
Wars too, yeah, they freeze them.
In the carbonate.
Yeah.
Like imagine like we're able to do that, like preserve like perfectly preserve a human body for how like as long as we needed to.
Okay, you ready?
But everything like it might be out, you know what I mean? Because people are always hiding stuff from other people. And like
could exist, maybe not in the USA, but somewhere
else.
Like,
dude, like I can guarantee like invisibility cloaks are a real thing. But
dude, if there are, I want one.
They're like millions and millions of dollars.
So legit.
Like, dude, there's technology that
there's one in Harry
Potter. The military has that they not even like the freaking top generals know. Like there's generals on top of like the generals.
Oh yeah, that's like the president isn't even the president. He's a puppet.
Yeah, like there's people like you think like the people like the top officials that are like running it. No, there's people like above them that we don't even. There's people out there that we don't even know exist that are the ones that pull the strings.
Agreed.
Like, oh, we need this to happen. All right, ping. He just calls a number, happens.
Yeah.
Like.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate every single one of you who come on here every Sunday to support us. We will be. I
could set a schedule. Like I could put it to like, oh, it's like, oh, next time they'll be live, and it's like Sunday.
We will be live next Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time.
Not, dude. What's central in the cartoons? You know, like 5, 6. What's central?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
I never understood like when freaking. When like cartoons would come on, like it would be like the finale. Oh, it's airing 4 p.m. and like 5 Central. Like I never.
I feel like everywhere was different though. But yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next Sunday, 7 p.m.
Adios.
Peace.